Hi, Tommy.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Jody. Sorry, I was having a little technical difficulty with my Zoom. Problem was on my fault. It was on my end. Figured it out. All right, as usual, we'll wait a few minutes to get started.
Tommy, not hearing you.
You're on mute, Tommy.
Sorry, I was on mute. Hey, guys, who is that? Oh, hey, Jaden. Bronson. What's up, Kyle? Eric, hey, buddy. Eric and Eric. We got two Erics. Cool. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay, so just a couple of quick announcements before we get started. I have some mats like these, okay, at the gym. And if anybody wants to borrow any, it's first come, first serve. Shoot me a message. I have probably enough to give out 6 or 8 sets of 4 mats, which will make the same training area I have here. It's just a little 6x6 square, okay? And I brought a couple extra for the walls. But if anybody wants to borrow some, let me know, and I will either deliver them to you or make arrangements to meet at the gym. All right? We're going to have online classes Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. and Sunday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Okay, so after tonight's class, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 2. Basically, what we're going to do for our format of today's class is we are going to use our dummy to warm up. If you have a partner, you can use a partner. I'm going to quickly go over how I made one of these so you can either scramble and make one now or make one at the end of class or train with a partner or just hang out and watch. And then we're going to use this dummy for a couple of techniques today, and then we're going to do a little bit of exercising. It'll be probably only about a half hour, okay? So first I'm going to go over this thing, and then we'll do a little warm-up. I'm going to deconstruct this a little bit. So what I did, last thing you do is put on the belt, okay? What I did was I took, this arm is actually a rolled up yoga mat. Okay, so it's a little bit stiffer. I took this hoodie, I put 2 pillows in the body, zipped it up. I stuffed the arms with a blanket rolled up and a yoga mat, a experimental yoga mat on the other arm, which I kind of like. And then I used the throw pillow for the head. And this hoodie has a drawstring, so I was able to just pull that tight, okay? Threw the gi on, tied it up nice and tight so the body pillows don't come out. I'm trying to talk slower, guys. After watching my first couple videos, I realized I talk really fast sometimes. So I'm purposely trying to slow down now. Okay, so we did a Neon Belly series yesterday. We did a couple of attacks from Neon Belly. We're going to review those real quick, go over some of the finer points, but we're going to do a little warm-up together first, okay? So I'm going to do, we're going to do a Neon Belly push-up, okay? You can do this by yourself as well. So if I don't have a partner, I'm just going to start in the push-up position. I'm pretending like I'm in side control, okay? Push-up position. When I do my push-up, one knee is going to come up in between my hands, and my other foot goes on the mat. Back down. Push up. Knee comes in between my hands, and my foot goes on the mat. All right? So if you don't have a dummy, you can actually switch sides fairly easy. And you can actually just do your push up, pop up, knee through. Push up, pop up, other knee. Okay. But with the dummy, when we do this, I'm starting a good side control with my shoulder pressure on his jaw or under his jaw and his neck. Okay. My hands go on the mat and I do a push up right to Neon Belly, and this foot always goes on the ground. Okay. Okay. These look pretty easy, but they're actually a lot more difficult than I first thought. You know, you kind of just play around with it. Started messing around with the Neon Belly push up a little bit more, and I was doing rounds with it, and I found myself getting really tired by the end of the 3-minute round. Really having to fight not to just like lollygag through the last minute. So we're just gonna do this as a warm up, okay? We're gonna do 5 Neon Belly push-ups, and then I'm gonna do my little windshield wiper foot. Boom. Other side. Okay, back down. 1, 2, all the way up to 5, and then I'm gonna Neon Belly to the other side. All right. Now some of you guys are hanging out and watching. Some of the kids, you guys actually have grappling dummies and partners, so you can actually train. I was joking yesterday. I said something like, it's up to you if you want to assign your grappling dummy a name and impart some emotions and feelings onto it. And by the end of this thing, this is gonna be like your Wilson from was that Survivor? All right. So we're gonna do for 1 minute. We're gonna do Neon Belly push-up. Set a timer for 1 minute, please.
Your timer is set for 1 minute.
All right, let's go. Neon Belly push-up. 1, 2. You're gonna go at your own pace. Switch sides. Switch sides. 1. Good Neon Belly every time. Switch sides. Time. My heart rate's up for sure. I should wear my little watch next time, because it definitely spikes. So that's your warm up. Hope you guys are warm enough. If you had a partner, you can go ahead and switch. Another person can go for a minute while I talk, okay? So I'm gonna start a timer for you guys. Those of you guys that are training with partners, like Jaden has a partner, Soren, Inar, they're training together too. So set a timer for 1 minute.
Okay, your timer is set for 1 minute.
So let's review what we did yesterday, and we can add on to it a little bit. I want to make my way around to a bunch of positions and show you guys a bunch of different things you can do with this thing right off the bat to give you guys stuff to do on your own, in your own time. Okay? So we started in knee on belly yesterday. And, oh, by the way, if anybody has any questions, just unmute your mic and shout at me, and I'll help you out. So don't be afraid if I'm moving too fast to ask me to repeat something, or send me something in the chat because it will just pop up. All right? If you don't want to interrupt. So we started in knee on belly yesterday. And that training knee on belly, like I said yesterday, is time for those of you guys we're switching. Training in knee on belly with a partner can be kind of tough, especially when you want to really apply the weight. Usually when I do knee on belly, when I'm teaching it or I'm training in the gym, just kind of working a little bit, I actually put like a lot of my weight on my foot, and I'll just kind of have just kind of be floating, so I don't injure my partner or hurt them, you know. But you really want to, when you're using this for real, you want to be driving this knee like you're trying to drive straight through their body to the ground. Okay, so I'm pulling with my arms, I'm pushing off this foot, and I'm driving my knee in. Okay, the dummy's good for practicing that. I like to go, my grip, I like to take somewhere between the end of his sleeve and his elbow. You can go here, you can come underneath, okay? But almost always I rest my elbow on my own knee, so there's not a tug of war here. I said that yesterday, but you'll forget this part when you're doing it live. You'll be here trying to like pull the guy's arm up like this, and he's just gonna keep pulling it down, and you'll never have the space to do your arm bar. So I get my knee on belly, I'm driving in, I'm pulling his shoulders up off the mat. I rest my elbow on my knee, and I'm doing a bicep curl, so this elbow's mine. Okay, the first arm bar we did, my fist goes on the mat, and I take 2 steps. 1, let me turn a little bit. 1, my foot goes here. 1, 2, and then I sit down. Come for my arm bar, always finish with your, on the ears that's closer to his legs. So again, we popped up, knee on belly, 4 fingers in the collar, and I get my grip here. You can play with different grips, okay? Take 2 steps. Weight goes on your fist. 1, my toes wrap around under the shoulder. And the second step, my foot goes over his head. And I immediately want to curl my hamstring to pull him closer. And look, I kept this grip, so I'm pulling him in with this grip. This grip on the collar partially makes up for the fact that I don't have this leg over. Okay, so we need to keep this here to keep him nice and close. Once I get here to the armbar attack, some guys mentioned yesterday, so I just want to get right to it. If he's grabbing and defending, and I have time here while I'm just controlling and pulling, I can lean a little bit, throw my leg over, and then I can cross my feet here if I want and keep them nice and close and attack. All right, I can curl this hamstring here to stop him from running away. And then I can switch to like other stuff, like some attacks we're gonna do today. I'm gonna add on to what we did yesterday from the armbar and knee on belly. So I'm gonna go over the first armbar, and then I just want to watch especially the kids that are drilling it at home. I'm just gonna go across the video and watch you guys do it for about a minute and give you guys some feedback. Okay, so one more time from knee on belly. Knee on belly push up. Take my grips, 4 fingers in the collar, and I grab the sleeve. Step up, 1, 2, sit down. Finish with the arm on the side with his legs. Armbar. All right. Holler at me if you guys have questions. I'm just gonna watch you guys do this for a couple. Bronson, drag that thing a little closer if you can. There you go, bud. That's perfect, right like that. Good, Soren. Good, Kyle. Yeah, all the kids and Kyle. And Eric.
That's right.
Good, Jaden. Let me see you do it from the beginning. Oh, and Matt. Damasky's got his dummy. Nice. Eric, let me see you do one. Young Eric. Step up, 1, 2, sit down. Perfect. Pinch your knees. Good. Good, Sora. Good, Inara. You guys saw it yesterday, so. Okay, so I want to take a little extra time today to drill the second armbar. No, you know what? Let's go. Let's skip right to what I wanted to add on. Okay, we'll circle around and review everything later. So the second armbar has a lot of big movements, and I don't want you guys to get too focused on that when I want to do the armbar triangle today. All right. So knee on belly. I step up and over for my armbar. Okay, we're in this armbar position and we're attacking this arm. Again, if it's a real opponent, he's probably be connecting his hands or locking in and trying not to let me have this. So let's take a Kimura grip on this arm, okay? So let's look. The arm that's by the head goes around the arm. My other hand, the arm that's down by the legs, is going to grab his wrist. Okay? Then my arm, the one that's by his head, the one that goes around, is going to come through, and I'm going to grab my own wrist. Okay? So I'm getting into my armbar position. You can really do this either side. Okay? It doesn't matter. But for now, let's go. The arm that's around his head, or it doesn't really matter. Pick one arm. Hug it. Other hand's going to grab his wrist and bend down. Bend his arm. Or her arm. Grab your own forearm and curl your wrist and bend this tight. Okay. I'm going to hug this arm to my chest. I'm not even trying to finish the armbar right now. I'm just trying to keep him as close as possible because what we do next, we need to keep him tight. He might even be hanging on here. Okay. But we're not worried about that. I'm not pulling back. I'm keeping everything close, hugging and pulling everything in. I'm going to lean my way towards his head just a little bit so that I can clear this foot over. Okay? He's going to be hugging again, but I'm going to clear this foot over. All right, I'm still hugging. I'm still hugging. If he's grabbing his wrist, watch what I'm going to do. The leg that's over his body, okay? The leg that's over his body is going to feed through the hole. Okay? If the dummy's arm's down, you're just going to step over. Okay, but normally he's going to be defending, so you're going to have to take this foot and feed it through the hole. Then I'm gonna let this off. And see how I'm hugging here? I'm still hugging. That's why I'm gonna hug, and I'm just gonna pull him up, shoot my leg underneath his head. Lock my triangle here. Okay, so if you guys can see, I got him in a triangle choke. All right, this is a really nasty one. It hurts a lot. At least for me, I hate this one. This is one of those ones when I get stuck in this one and the person squeezes it down. I'm like, stop. Okay. So let's go back from here. Now I'll start from the beginning. What the heck? Can you guys see okay? Camera light, it keeps like changing. But,
Yes, we can see.
okay, thank you, Jody. So we're in our knee on belly. And don't be afraid to remind me to talk slower, guys. Fist on the mat. I step up and over. I'm in my arm bar. I'm squeezing. I'm going to put the Kimura on. Okay? I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean and pass my leg. I'm still hugging. I step my foot over, and then I take this leg off, and now I'm going to pull his head off the ground and slide my leg underneath. You might need to do this with your dummy. You also, a lot of times, have to do this with your opponent. When you step off, just make sure you hug the arm tight, and you might have to come under his head and actually scoop his head to do your triangle. Okay? So, let me add this in. You don't always have to have this Kimura grip. This just kind of keeps everything nice and close and secure to him for the position. But I can still do this move just if I'm just like hugging this and pulling, and eventually I get my foot through, and then I sneak this foot and replace and grab his head and pull him up. Lock the triangle. This kind of position from here till you can do, you can finish the arm bar. Okay, you can do an Americana and do a shoulder lock this way. You can go to like a Sulev stretch, like a leg, hamstring stretch. You can grab their leg and pull it up towards you. Okay, you can see they're pretty much bent in half. Finishing the triangle, if you're squeezing here and they're not tapping, all right, I want to put my hands on the mat and try to pull my knees underneath me. You can see how it's starting to force him to bend. Okay, so here's me squeezing. Here's me doing the finishing movement that if this doesn't work, then they're probably not going to tap. So I'm gonna sit up. I'm gonna start pulling my knee. I'm thinking about trying to pull this knee all the way underneath me. Okay, see how like this is a cloth dummy, so I can actually do it. I can pull my knee all the way underneath and see how it crushes them like that. I'm thinking about doing that with somebody's body in there. So I'm keeping my triangle locked and I'm sitting up and pulling my knee underneath me. And that's how I'm gonna get. If this doesn't work, then you're probably not gonna tap. Probably doing something else wrong. Do you guys need to see that one more time, or do you want me to watch you try it out? This one's kind of tough for me to see exactly what you guys are doing with your legs. I'm going to show you one time so you can remember a couple things to help you remember, okay? So I'm going to be here, okay? I'm in the arm bar. I'm going to, we'll call it thread the needle because this is usually connected, right? I'm going to thread the needle, whoop, through the hole. Then my other leg can come off their head, and I have to pull them off the ground so I can put my leg behind. See what's here? It goes behind, and then I lock it. And I have my triangle. If you guys want me to try to watch and give you some feedback, just put, yeah, like Soren has there. That's good. Put the head of the dummy right by the camera if you can. I'll try to see what you guys are doing. At least for about a minute here, we'll let you guys drill. I'll watch in. It's a little hard for me to see, but I'll post the video on the YouTube channel too, so you guys can go back and look and double check your work. Hi, TJ. Hi, Jaden. Looking good. The homemade dummies looking good. I don't know your siblings' names, but what's up, guys? That looks good, Eric. That looks great. Is that your brother or is that a dummy? Oh, hey. Hey, Mike. Looks like it worked. That's it, Matt. Good, Damasky. Yes, Kyle, that's it.
It's our cousins,
What's up, man?
Oh, cousins, what's up?
Bella and then Junior.
Hey, y'all.
Soon to be
Hi.
Jiu-Jitsu fanatics.
I can take her down every time.
All right, Inara, let me see you do it. There you go. Just thread the needle. Yes. Light comes off the head. Good. You got it. All right, Bronson, let me watch you here. You got it. Okay. So before we do our little workout to finish up our lesson, let's go around. I had given you guys a little bit of homework. I'm not sure if you guys did it or have it with you. So kids and adults, I had you guys write down your main positions and some of the moves that you know from those positions. Okay. If you didn't do it, that's fine. I'm not like grading it or keeping track. But I want to, just before we move on, I don't want to forget to do this. I want to get a sense of where you guys have holes in your game so that I can formulate some lessons for you guys, even if I have to just like send, if it's a specific question for one of you guys, I'll send you like an answer in a message or something. But do you guys have any questions? Like which, in your list of positions and techniques, you know, which one's the shortest and what don't you have?
Back and mount. It's Kyle.
Kyle, back and mount. What about mount? What don't you have?
I only have triangle, cross collar, choke, armbar. That's it.
Okay.
Well, now I have these, obviously. I guess they're not mount, so I control it.
What about you? What about the kids? Would you guys write anything down? You might not have been there whenever I told you guys, so it's okay. If you guys didn't write anything down or have any questions of things that you want to see, let me know too. I can always film moves. Sierra's here. She's a blue belt, so we can put the gi on. I can show her what to do. All right, cool. Well, if you have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me a message or an email. I don't have anything but time. Let me check my list. Okay, so we had a request for some jiu-jitsu abs. So I'm going to throw that here in our workout. And then I'm going to do a quick review of just the techniques that we did today and the ones we did yesterday because they're all kind of tied together. All right. So we're going to do a bunch of different movements off our back. And it's also going to, we're also going to use the grappling dummy too. So first, we're going to do we're going to do 10 plank knees on the grappling dummy. So what that is I'm just going to be, have my elbows on the dummy, and I'm up in a plank, okay? And I'm just bringing my knee up and kneeing the dummy. Okay? I think it was like GSP versus Matt Serra or something back in the day. He got a GSP TKO'd him with like knees to the body, and it was like, he was in Turtle and did almost the exact same thing, but we can do it here like this. So you guys haven't noticed, most of my MMA references involve GSP because I am a GSP fanboy from way back. All right. Up on our elbows, 10 knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. Okay. Then we're gonna do 10 knee on belly push-ups. We're gonna switch every time. So it goes 1, switch down. 2, switch down. 3. Okay. And then the last one, you're going to just toss the dummy aside, and you're gonna do your phantom arm bars, but we'll show you guys how to do them so that you actually do an ab exercise and you're not just like rocking back on your shoulders. Okay, so this right here should work. Okay, so if I'm doing my like phantom arm bars, kind of how we do in class when we warm up, just kind of rock back, shoot our hips up, rock back, shoot our hips up. It's actually not even really an ab exercise. It's more like a back exercise or like a posterior chain exercise. So when we do our phantom arm bars, we want to have a flat back, okay? And we want to lift our hips off the ground using our abs, okay? So I'm not rocking. My shoulders and my back stay flat on the mat, okay? I can bring my legs almost all the way to flat here, but the main thing is that I'm going to come up, pinch my knees, and I'm trying not to use momentum. I'm trying to just lift from my core so that just my hips are coming up, okay? So you're going to do those 3 things in succession, okay? And you're going to do rounds. So I'm just going to run. We'll do, let's do 2 minutes. We'll do 2 minutes, but you guys can, I want you guys to keep training after we stop the recording. And after our review, run through a couple of rounds of these, throw into maybe a round of your knee on belly push-ups, okay, which we're going to review after this too. So again, 10 plank knees, 10 knee on belly push-ups, switching sides, and then just 10 phantom arm bars, or just really their hip lifts, okay? Set a timer for 2 minutes.
Your timer is set for 2 minutes.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Knee on belly, push it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 'Then we switch last round. We're doing our hip lifts. So my shoulders stay on the mat. All the way down, up. Watch you guys do some. Got about a minute left. Oh, less than a minute, 30 seconds. I can already feel it in my abs. Mike, get your butt up off the ground. There you go. $20 seconds. All right, that's good. That's about time. That is time. Okay. So I want to go over another drill that I want you guys, especially if you have a training partner or one of your parents that can help you with this. All you have to tell them, they don't even have to know what move it is. Tell them, sit. When I'm going to do my knee on belly push-ups, when you're going to, every couple, you're going to yell out 1, 2, or 3. Okay, that's all they need to know. Okay, so you're going to be doing knee on belly push up. You can switch. Maybe you can go to mount, knee on belly, side control, knee on belly push up. You're just moving around on top your positions. Okay, every 5 seconds while you're doing this, maybe 10 seconds, they're going to say 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 is the first arm bar where we step 1. So when you hear them say 1, I'm moving around, do my knee on the push-up, say 1. Okay, I know what I have to do. 1. And I go back. Keep going. The next thing I can say is 2. What do you think 2 is? It's the far side arm bar. Underhook, step over, switch. If you want to learn this move, go on the YouTube channel and watch yesterday's lesson. This is number 2, the far side arm bar. Number 3 is the baseball bat choke. Here. Okay. So again, I'm moving on top. I'm styling on top. I'm moving on this guy, holding him down. Side control. Then I gotta spin around north south to the other side. Yells 3. Boom. Pop up to knee on belly. Baseball back grip. Pinch my elbows together. Spin for my choke. And then I'm back down to my drill. Okay? If you need someone to randomize it for you, have them help. Hey, Mom, here, I just want you to set a timer for 3 minutes and say 1, 2, or 3 while I move around. And I'm going to do the appropriate move. Okay? So the goal is you start slow, and then you build up being able to just rip the move off fast. Okay, watch the video from yesterday, refresh the techniques on your dummy, do the knee on belly. We did a little workout yesterday, practice that first, the knee on belly push-up. You're gonna do 4 knee on belly push-ups, and on the 5th one, you do your number 1 arm bar. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, number 1 arm bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 1 arm bar. You do that for a minute. Then you do the same thing for the far side arm bar. Then you do the same thing for the baseball bat choke. We do it in the video, so check it out. Does anybody have any questions, comments, requests? All right, so you guys keep training, keep doing rounds of the drill. Check the video from yesterday and add that in, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to go back over that arm bar triangle and add some other stuff in. Keep playing with the dummies. If you didn't make one, make one. Hit me up in the messenger if you guys have any questions or requests. And again, parents, if you want to add in a one-on-one or small group session with your kids at a time that's more convenient for your like phys ed class for school. I know some parents said that this actually does count for their phys ed. So if you want to add in a session that's more convenient for you regularly throughout the week, just let me know. I already have a couple scheduled. We'll just jump on and we'll do some of this stuff, a little more exercising. And, I just want to trying to keep providing value for what you guys are, for being a part of our team. Okay. So thanks a lot. I'll see everybody soon. Soren, Inara, thank you. Bronson, Eric and Eric, Kyle, Damaski, TJ, Jaden, and Cousins. See you guys.
See ya.
I'll post this tonight. Stay healthy.
Bye.
Later, guys.
See ya.
See you, everybody.